U.S. President Donald Trump said at the White House that several countries are not eager to respond to a request from the United States to help secure the Strait of Hormuz as Washington continues its war against Iran.
Trump said other nations should not only thank the United States but also help protect the strategic waterway, adding that their reluctance to assist came as a surprise. Despite U.S. officials spending much of the weekend attempting to rally international support for Trump's demand, many allies have signaled reluctance to send military assistance. Pressure to guarantee safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz is increasing as oil prices surge. Roughly 20% of the world's oil supply normally passes through the narrow strait between Iran, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates on its way to global markets. Israel's President Isaac Herzog said Europe should support his country's fight against Hezbollah as Israeli forces carried out ground operations in Lebanon. He said the war launched by Israel and the United States against Iran represented a turning point for the entire region and argued that the conflict could halt the forces, he said, originate from Tehran and reshape the direction of the Middle East. His comments came after the Israeli military reported that its troops had begun limited and targeted ground operations against key Hezbollah strongholds in southern Lebanon. Footage released by the Israeli military showed what it said were its soldiers operating in the area during the limited ground campaign. European Union foreign ministers responded cautiously. After talks in Brussels, the bloc's top diplomat said there was little appetite among member states to expand the EU's Red Sea naval mission to help reopen the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz. According to the EU Foreign Policy Office, restarting shipments of fertilizers, food, and energy was an urgent priority. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz said the war in the Middle East was not a matter of NATO and that Germany would not participate. He said the United States and Israel had not consulted Berlin before launching the campaign and that there had been no joint decision on intervention. Because of that, he said, the question of Germany contributing military did not arise. Meanwhile, the International Energy Agency warned that the volume of oil supply currently offline has already surpassed the losses seen during the oil shock of 1973 and exceeded any major disruption since then. Diplomats are continuing efforts to guarantee safe passage for tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. The IEA said restoring transit through the strait would be a single most important step towards stabilizing global oil and gas flows after IEA members agreed last week to release a record 400 million barrels from strategic stockpiles to cushion the surge in prices. American B-1 bomber planes have been resupplying at the English Air Base RAF Fairford, which has become a focal point for long-range United States Air Force operations in Europe. The base, long used for a forward operating location for American bombers, is supporting deployments linked to Operation Epic Fury, a US-led air campaign targeting Iran. Lebanon's Hezbollah said it carried out an attack on Monday targeting the northern Israeli city of Nahariya, where first responders reported that a man was wounded. Firefighters and rescue crews searched through smoldering rubble and twisted metal while extinguishing burning cars at the scene. The strike appeared to have damaged several properties and vehicles as security forces deployed across the area. The Iran-backed militant group said its fighters targeted Nahariya with a barrage of rockets and attack drones. At the same time, a plume of smoke was seen rising from Iraq's capital, Baghdad. Journalists reported smoke near the heavily fortified Green Zone, which houses the U.S. Embassy along with other diplomatic missions, international institutions, and government offices. High-ranking officials and politicians also live inside the compound.